increased my internet upload speed by over 200%. Please note that the connectors from the cables coming into the back of the socket must only be dealt with by your phone supplier. For example, on an NTE 5C you can unclip the front faceplate and wire into the connectors below, but you should not unscrew the plate below that from the socket and fiddle with any connections, else you may end up with a hefty bill. Never move the main socket. This must be done by your phone supplier. The increase was gained by connecting a Cat6 network cable between the BT NTE 5C socket and the phone extension socket. Some other modifications were also made. After upgrading to BT Infinity, including a router with the blue light, I was getting speeds of around 18.56 megabits per second average download and 4.9 megabits per second average upload. These readings were taken as the base readings from which all improvement percentages are to be based upon. All speeds taken are in megabits per second and were on the same Dell laptop via Wi-Fi from the router with the blue light, with only Kaspersky running. The speed checkers used were Broadband Speed Checker and BT Wholesale Broadband Performance Test, with average running totals noted over several days. To obtain the readings, the router with the blue light was plugged into the end of a 15-metre extension cable. Either a cheapo phone or a Cat6 cable was used. This gave a more realistic speed check for me than the broadband supplier, who only takes readings with the router plugged into the main socket. As my main BT socket is in the loft, miles away from the electricity supply, then this is not a very handy place to position the router with the blue light. As the speeds I was getting were less than 42.2% of those quoted by BT, I complained to them and they sent out an engineer. He installed an NTE 5C faceplate to replace the old main faceplate, and also removed two old phone extensions which had been connected to the main faceplate, leaving just one connection. The engineer suggested that I replace the Argos cheapo 15-metre extension cable with a Cat5 or Cat6 cable, as this should help increase the speeds. He also removed the cap on the line and said how good the router with the blue light was. After this I checked the speeds again. They had increased to an average of 36.35 download, a 95.78% increase, and a 9.09 upload, an 85.62 increase. This was due in part to the router with the blue light. Next, using cable clips and a toffee hammer, a 15-metre long black network Cat6 cable from Amazon, costing $9.99, was laid alongside the cheapo 15-metre long white extension lead, leaving an extra 150mm at each end for ease of wiring. The demonstration below shows a grey Cat5 cable being used, which should also give some similar results. Then I disconnected the old lead from the NTE 5C by removing the three wires, solid blue from connection 2, solid orange from connection 3 and white with blue from connection 5. I disengaged the old lead from the extension socket by removing three wires. Cutting off the Cat6 network end connector, the Cat6 cable was then connected to the extension socket by using three wires, solid blue to connection 2, solid orange to connection 3 and white with blue to connection 5. Then I cut off the other Cat6 end connector and attached three of the Cat6 wires to the NTE 5C, solid blue to connection 2, solid orange to connection 3, white with blue to connection 5. Push down the connector to lock them in place. Using a plug-in ADSL/phone connector connected to the extension socket, I plugged the router with the blue light and the phone back in. This produced around 57.5 download, a 206.58% increase and a 12 upload, a 145.07% increase. I was now getting my promised speeds from BT Infinity by spending $9.99 plus a few cable clips. However, if you can put your router, one with the blue light, into the NTE 5C, without a long extension lead, then that should also work, plus it should cost you nothing. But can I make it even faster? After doing some research on the internet, there were 3 ideas I appropriated. I will update you with these when I've tried them out, along with more interesting information on the router with the blue light. So, it's bye from the DIY guy. Please like and subscribe.